Hey, it's Haydn, your Spokane real estate resource. Zillow recently released a new housing market forecast, and while it's making waves nationally, what does it specifically mean for us here in Spokane? Well, in this video, we'll explore Zillow's latest projections for home values and sales, how these forecasts align or differ from our local Spokane market trends, and actionable insights for Spokane homeowners considering selling in 2025. Let's dive right in. Zillow's latest forecast anticipates a 0.8% increase in U.S. home prices between February 2025 and February 2026. Additionally, the projecting 4.1 million existing home sales in 2025, marking a modest 1.1% increase from 2024, which was one of the lowest home sale years we've seen in a decade. But how do these national figures stack up against what's happening right here in Spokane? So focusing on Spokane, the median sales price year to date compared to last year's year to date is $415,000, which is up 1.2%. So we've had just a slight increase in home sale prices compared to the same time last year. Year to date, Spokane has seen an increase of 8.7% in home sales compared to the same time last year, indicating a more active market locally than the national average. And we've experienced an 8.9% rise in new listings compared to last year, providing buyers with more options and increasing competition among sellers. So these figures suggest that while the national market anticipates modest growth, Spokane's market is exhibiting its own unique trends right now. So it's important to recognize that national forecasts provide a broad overview, but real estate is inherently local. And while Zillow projects a 1.1% increase in home sales nationally in Spokane, Spokane's 8.7% uptick in sales indicates a more dynamic market, potentially significantly more sales happening this year than they did last year. However, so far we are on par with what they're predicting in price increases. And so even though we're seeing more activity in the market, in contrast though, our price appreciation is in line with what Zillow is suggesting for the entire market. And so even though we're seeing more activity in the market, more homes selling, we're not seeing them increase in price as much. And that's probably due to the amount of inventory that buyers have and options. They're able to negotiate a little bit harder. And so many buyers are able to buy their home under the initial asking price, which is holding values in place versus making them go up over time. So what does this mean if you're considering selling your home here in Spokane? Well, with new listings up nearly 9%, it's essential to make your property stand out. You really do have to put in the work to make sure that you're getting activity in your home. So you have to go through and make those small paint updates or make the landscaping look great, things like that. It really is not a market to just put your house on the market and hope they show up unless you're listing below 350,000. And even then, you gotta make your house look really nice to bring in the right amount of buyers to get it sold quickly. Along with that, given that prices really have not increased over the last 3 years, we gotta get 2021, 2022 out of our minds. I just met with a couple people this last week that were looking at what homes had sold for in 2021 and 2022 in their neighborhood and thinking that they could still get those prices. And when you look at the market dynamics and where prices are at now, we are still down at least 5% from that peak high. And so we have to get those numbers out of our head and realize that the market is 100% different than it was back then. And it's particularly painful for people that I've sat with that had maybe pulled a HELOC during that time. They've gotten appraisal from that period of time, and it's so much higher because one, bank appraisals often come in much higher than market value for the property. I've seen it many, many times because they would like to give you some more money to loan. And they're generally, those values are overinflated from what I think that you could truly sell the house for on the market. So not only did that happen where the appraisals were coming in overinflated, but also the market was more inflated than it is now. And so now it's just kind of a double whammy, and your home value today is just much lower than that initial HELOC bank appraisal once was. And so while sales volume is up, the increased inventory means buyers have a lot of choices, potentially leading to longer time on market for some properties. So it's good that we're seeing sales go up, but at the same time, we're seeing more listings hit the market. And so it's not changing the market dynamics all that much. So here's what you need to do to navigate Spokane's evolving market. First is enhance your home's appeal. Make sure to invest in those necessary repairs, consider strategic upgrades, and ensure your home is show ready to captivate potential buyers. Then you need to use effective marketing like professional photography, virtual tours, targeted online marketing to reach a broader audience, but specifically the buyers that are going to be looking for your type of home. And partner with a local expert, collaborate with a real estate professional who understands Spokane's Spokane's unique market dynamics and can guide you in positioning your home effectively. So while national forecasts like Zillow's provide valuable insights, it's Spokane's local market trends that truly matter when you're considering selling. So with increased competition and shifting price dynamics, having a tailored strategy is more important than ever. So if you're contemplating selling your home and want to navigate these changes successfully, reach out for a personalized consultation. Together we can develop a plan that aligns with your goals and Spokane's current market conditions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on Spokane's real estate market. Next week, we're going to talk about very specific details of what you need to do to prep your home for sale. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.